Hello, everyone, and welcome to the June 2026 monthly wrap up. Sorry, I was taking a nice sip out of my Supergirl cup. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not showing the logo. That's what you guys want to see. You want to see the logo there. Yeah, it's a pretty cool cup. I'm just going to take another sip out of it. That's good stuff. And joining me, as always, is Joey C. Oh,
what's happening? Let's do this, baby. It's a heat wave. We're about to get hot in here tonight, Tony.
it is so hot. It's ridiculously hot. And of course, as always, as well, we have Mike the Bearded Outlaw. What the? What the? And the camera
happened?
almost falls.
Camera
over.
falls, the fucking technical difficulties. Something's always going wrong, man.
What happened?
Gil,
Gil
what
alive?
a blessing. Gil couldn't join us, but Mike could. After I feel like 6 months of him being like, I'm going to be on the wrap up. I'm watching all the movies and then not showing up.
No, I know. I think the last one I was on was
fucking movies you watched.
maybe Scream. I don't know if I did
Scream 7. Oh, yeah, I think it was around then.
Mm-hmm.
And for our first movie, we have a special guest tonight. Hello, Kevin.
Hey.
Hello. Yes, we were doing He-Man. And I was like, you know what? We have a spot open. Why not get my good friend, which I should have already had this planned. I don't know why I didn't think about it earlier. I was like, you know what? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Is that the popcorn bucket?
Oh, yeah.
By the way, did Mike's camera just die?
Oh, I thought you took him off.
No, I didn't. I think Mike's camera just died. So anyway, that is. Oh,
I got my own cup.
Yo, wait,
it's
that's
a cup
sick.
too?
Yeah, cup comes off.
I'm back.
He's back.
When I went to Regal for Supergirl, they had the one that's like the staircase, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
how is this? Where does the popcorn go? Some
That's
of them are
sick.
It goes in the
ridiculous.
back, under the stairs.
By the way, I think if we have enough popcorn buckets, we could probably do a popcorn buckets episode.
What is the worst popcorn bucket? That's a free idea for
Which one
That's
has
a
the
good
least
one.
amount?
you.
But yeah, we're talking about a lot of. I was gonna say great. We're talking about movies tonight.
Movies.
Movies.
Yeah.
Things.
But I just want to let everyone know, Uncle Tony needs a new PC. So, can you please consider becoming a Patreon supporter, pledging on Patreon? We have some tiers there with great content. We recently put out another episode of Blade Boys. Guys, we're almost done Blade Boys. Now, I know what you're saying. Wasn't it only 12 episodes? Why is it taking almost 2 years to finish this mini series? And that's because the Blade TV show is really bad. It's really bad. And we really don't enjoy doing it. But we're almost done. We're almost done. Also, we did a mailbag. I had Captain Boomies on for her first mailbag. We got a lot of fun stuff. Of course, AJ Wizzle sent me another copy of The Craft Legacy, this time with a poster and a prop from the movie.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Oh,
which I
no
thought was
shit.
fake. And then after we were done recording, I found the certificate for it. I'm like, this guy's insane.
That's kind of wild, actually.
It really is. It really is. But yes, sign up there, and you can even gift a Patreon subscription. Someone bought a gift publicly, and on the last live stream, I think I sent it out. I put it in the chat. It was first come, first serve. So shout out to whoever got that.
Nice.
You could buy a gift for your friends and loved ones or enemies. You know, nothing will piss off your enemies more than a Hack the Movies Patreon subscription.
That's right.
But at least sign up at the free tier. That way you get the free podcast feed, free videos, all that good stuff. Book me on Cameo, buy a shirt. Again, I need a new PC. I need a new one.
Yes, he
I
does, folks.
My computer said it will no longer update Adobe Premiere because my computer can't run Windows 11. So it's time. It was actually, I'm like 8 years past time, but it's time. So yeah, get all of that and check me out at VHS Fest. I'll be there with Crystal. We will be there July 10th to July 12th. I don't know if tickets are still available, but then after that, Joey,
Yeah.
Street Fighter, the movie, the screening.
right, baby.
Yeah.
Do it.
We'll be doing it live. I gotta start editing that video. Did I tell you the drink idea I had?
No. Oh, yeah, you did. You did. Yes,
There's
yes,
a drinking
yes, you
game for Street Fighter. I'm gonna have
Yep.
like animated graphics on there.
did.
So that will be July 19th at 7 p.m. at the Photo City Music Hall in Rochester, New York. You can get your tickets either at Comedy at the Carlson or photocitymusichall.com. We're going to have a great time. Get your tickets while they last. Joey, Vinny told me how many tickets we sold, and I think people should definitely buy tickets while they last because they might sell out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, when he
completely
told me
agree.
that number, I was like, whoa, that's a very big number and not the number 4. Not at all. Buy your tickets now. Buy your tickets now.
400.
The,
Hell
4
yeah.
left? Did you say there's 4
Yeah,
left?
like 4
Quick,
left.
5 tickets.
Joey, you're halfway there. Tell your friends to drive up for the day.
I'm working. I'm doing my magic.
And then in August, we will be at Sci-Fi Horror Fest. I think me and Crystal are going to that one. And Movie Dumpster should be there. Cecil from Good Bad Flicks should also be there. And Justin, guys, this is a big announcement. PaisanCon
Whoa.
is giving us press passes for only the Italian members of Hack the Movies. I'm sorry, Kevin. Do you have any Italian in you?
No, I'm like German and Irish. Sorry.
You're not allowed.
Get out of here.
Can't come.
You're not allowed
Not
at
welcome.
PaisanCon.
I'll be
The
there.
best thing when I found out about that, the first thing I did was go to Johanna, who recently found out that she's actually part Nigerian and not
Yeah.
Italian. And I let her know that she was not invited to PaisanCon. And then I also messaged Crystal and said, I just want you to know you can't come to this. But it'll be my birthday weekend, so that'll be fun.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll be walking around.
We'll be there.
PaisanCon.
We will be there.
I'm thinking of legally adopting Manny Musket so I can also bring him. Anyway,
Good idea. Yep, great idea.
you might notice some movies aren't on the list. That's because I gave Supergirl its own review.
Mhm.
Kevin, you saw that today, didn't you?
I saw it today. I had
What
fun.
did you think?
I thought it was a small stakes Guardians of the Galaxy. She's not trying to save the whole universe or the whole
Okay.
world. She's just trying to
Okay.
save her dog. But
That's fine.
it's fun. There's lots of needle drops, good action. You know,
There were
I
some
can-
good needle drops, and there's one of the most bizarre needle drops I've ever
Well, that's
heard.
true too.
Yeah.
It was go back and watch our review. We get into the good and the bad of it, but my long story short, I'm like, the movie is very like repetitive. We're in this place with a bunch of people in monster masks. We're gonna fight, and now we're in this place with. I'm like, oh, okay, we're just gonna keep doing that. But yeah, check out our full review. I did that with Frank, and then I also did Spider Noir, which is one of the best superhero things I've seen in a while that not many people talked about. I mean, come on, it was Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man. It was great.
I know.
I still need to watch it.
Check
I haven't watched it yet
that
either.
out.
Yeah.
Okay, we're ready to get into the review portion here. But Joey, remember what I said about that PC? What's the name of the game here?
Oh, folks, the name of the game is Super Chats. If you want me or the crew to whisper sweet nothings to you, send a Super Chat. We'll do it. We'll read it. We'll do whatever, but within reason. We have a habit of having channels deleted around these parts, so please, for the love of God, don't let that happen again. But Super Chats, if you want Tony to stream more, do it, because his PC almost blew up when he hopped on my stream and I hopped
Oh yeah,
on
me and Joey. Oh, wait, hold on, real quick. Me and Joey live streamed Escape the Backrooms together.
Yeah.
And I did the funniest goddamn thing to the point where I was like in tears crying, and my stream was so choppy. It just I tried to see if it was funny in the replay, but it's like 5 frames per second, and it's awful. He was fixing a door. He was like trying to open up a door, and I kept crouching and putting my hand in his character's butt. And I did it for like 10 minutes while he was trying to figure out a puzzle. And I'm
why
like,
can't this guy breathe?
I'm in tears crying, but my mic is muted. And Joey will be like,
Oh.
wow, this puzzle's really messed up. And you're like, yeah, it's a really hard puzzle. And I go right back to laughing. And I look at the video and it's just like, I'm like, fuck, it's the funniest goddamn thing. So yeah, we need that new computer, guys. We need that.
Yes, we do. Super Chats, folks.
Super chats, please. First up, Masters of the Universe. This is the new He-Man adaptation, which is one of many recent He-Man or Masters of the Universe adaptations we've gotten in the last like 5 or 6 years. It's about Skeletor taking over Eternia, and he's there with really hot Alison Brie, who I reviewed the movie together a few weeks back or last week. It was pretty good. Anyway, they take over. He gets sent to Earth, and he grows up as Adam Glenn. Pronouns he, him, which was very obviously a joke, and so much of the internet got mad about it.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Because he's He-Man. Like, that's actually like very funny.
and Glenn is actually his mother's maiden name. Queen Marlena is Marlena Glenn. It's a nod to John Glenn, the astronaut, because she's an astronaut from Earth.
Yes, which the movie doesn't tell you. She just goes, send him to my home planet, Earth. And me, as someone who doesn't really watch this, I'm like, Earth? What? But yeah, he works in human resources, but he remembers Eternia, and he longs to be back there, but he has to find the Sword of Power. Was that what it's called, Kevin?
Yes.
Oh, good.
It's often referred to as the Power Sword, but in this, they always called it the Sword of Power.
Okay. They do a really funny thing where he can't remember everyone's name, and that's why they all have ridiculous names like Ram Man and Fist. I thought that was actually really funny. I'm like, that's really funny. But then he gets attacked by Beast Man after he finds the sword, and then Teela saves him, and she brings him back to Eternia. He finds that he has the power, and he gets muscles, even though he already had muscles, and they were doing a bad job of hiding them. Like that scene where he's in the gym, I was like, fuck you, he doesn't need to be in the gym. But yeah, he teams up with his old buddies, and they try to believe in themselves and take back Eternia from Skeletor, who is Jared Leto. And eventually He-Man, gets sad, and then the smoking hot Morena, whatever her last name is, tells him to believe in himself. And then you get a really fun family adventure film. Now, I've been on record many times, even recently in our Masters of the Universe commentary track, Kevin.
Yes.
I'm not the biggest He-Man guy. I now know a lot about He-Man being friends with you. I've learned a lot. This movie's not really for me, but yet I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. It was accessible to new people who aren't familiar with this lore, but it seems to like the source material and really embrace it. If anything, it does do like the self-aware wink and nod stuff. I think it does it a little too much.
Yeah.
Where like not every scene needed like a pin with a joke or a quip or something. Some scenes I was fully invested. I'm like, we didn't need a joke here. Some of the jokes are great. Some of the comedy bits are great, but I think they overdid it a little bit because they were afraid, well, it's He-Man. Maybe some people will think this is dumb. But they didn't have to, because I was actually invested in the story. And I had a good time with this. We're going to go down the list here. Joey, I have a feeling you're a big He-Man fan.
Oh, boy, am I. I think about it every time I work. I don't have a fucking clue. I agree with you. It's very accessible.
So if you grew up in the 80s, I feel like you'd be the biggest He-Man fan.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. I have the posters all over my walls and shit. I watched the OG movie a few times and the cartoons.
As Kevin would say, not the best representation of Masters of the Universe.
Fair.
Although it was my first exposure to Masters of the Universe.
That's fair. I watched it as a kid, and I had a lot of the toys. Yeah. So, I knew the characters. But it was pretty fun. I really got flashbacks in the corporate America scenes. And I do like that it's very similar to The Incredibles, with Mr. Incredible working insurance or whatever. And it's really great how He-Man can use his corporate skills when dealing with the bad boys with negotiation and shit. I thought that was pretty cute. It's very campy. It's a very campy movie. And I think, in my opinion, that works in the movie's favor. It doesn't really take itself too seriously. Now, that being said, this fucking movie is over 2 hours long. Way, way too long, in my opinion.
Way too long.
It dragged on too much for me. But the standout, and maybe this is a hot take, I don't know, was Jared Leto as Skeletor. He was awesome.
People are loving him.
I think he did great, dude. But
I mean, good.
To end it on some criticism. Okay, I feel like this you mentioned like it had too many jokes. I agree, but I also think it had like too many emotional moments where it didn't really need that in a He-Man movie. Okay. And also apparently like you mentioned, the anti-woke people online are going fucking crazy.
Oh, okay.
Cracks me up.
Let me just talk about this for a minute. They totally misjudged this movie. They went all in. They focused on Idris Elba's recasting and everything. But then, like, the few He-Man fans who actually showed up for the movie, they were like, who are fans of all those anti-woke guys, they went to see the movie, probably expecting to hate it. And then they were like, no, wait, actually, this movie was good. And then the anti-woke people had to, like, walk it back. Some doubled down. But it was definitely like a moment where, like, the channels that, like, just feed off, like, hating whatever the new thing is, and their audience kind of had a divide. Unfortunately, not many people saw this movie, so it didn't really destroy the anti-woke sphere, but it was like we start to see the cracks forming here. But Kevin, as the biggest He-Man fan, why is it woke, and why did you boycott this movie?
I boycotted this. No, so I saw the movie. I took my dad and my stepson to see this movie, and actually, I just saw one of the conservative politicians just came out and said every father should take their kid to see this movie, their son to see this movie. Yeah. I thought that was pretty funny because it seemed like the right person to be worried about the wokeness of the film, and saw that the message is actually very much like, you know, be a good person and you know, stand up for yourself and, you know, all that other good stuff. I would have loved this to have been the Lord of the Rings version of this. I thought the opening battle was awesome, and that was kind of the tone I really wanted. Now, I grew up loving the cartoon, so I didn't mind that it was silly, and I wasn't shocked that it was silly, but I would have loved for it to have taken itself a little bit more seriously. I felt like this was goofier than most of the Marvel movies, and the Marvel movies only kind of take themselves seriously. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I've been saying this for a while. I've been saying this actually very recently. Joss Whedon was the king of, like, quips and stuff.
Yeah.
And he knew how to balance it, and, like, they don't let him make movies anymore. So everyone's been trying to be him, and James Gunn gets close sometimes, and then everyone after that can't do it. And like I said, for every, like, one good joke and quip, there were like two that fell flat. Supergirl was the same way. A lot of the new Marvel movies are like that, where it's like, you know what, don't even bother doing the jokes. You guys aren't good at it. So yeah, I agree. I wish it would have taken itself just a little bit as serious as it can take, because it's He-Man, but
right. It's fine to find it silly, but I'm actually shocked that Mattel was okay with making fun of the name He-Man.
Yeah,
because that's I mean, obviously the movie's called Master of the Universe, but the core character, the core brand thing, the most recognizable name in the whole brand is He-Man. And so I was surprised they weren't more protective of that IP and said you can't make a joke about his name. But the only time they said it in the whole movie was to make a joke about it. So I was kind of surprised with that.
But I think it was set up well. Again, he was making up names when he was a kid because he couldn't remember anything. And he's like, what name did you give yourself?
And that was pretty funny. That was a good way of doing it. But I just was kind of surprised when they kind of went back to that well for probably the fifth time to make a joke about somebody's name, and they made it about the main character.
I will say one good thing about them not taking themselves too seriously is that you can do the goofy stuff from the cartoon and everything.
Right.
Because I feel like if this was made during, like, the Dark Knight era, like, half these characters probably wouldn't even be in it. The cat wouldn't have talked. It would have been a whole thing. But I really like that they just embraced the look. And by the end, it looks exactly like the cartoon. They're, like, all wearing the outfits and everything.
Yeah.
So I had a good time with it. Mike, what did you think?
I liked it. This was the first anything I've ever seen of He-Man. Like, I've known obviously of the character stuff. I've never seen anything. I don't think I've seen the 80s cartoon. I've never seen the cartoon from, like, the 2000s. Me even being a huge Kevin Smith fan couldn't make me watch the show that he put out a couple of years ago. So, but yeah, no, I had a lot of fun with it. It was like what Kevin said. I like how the message was just like, be a good person, especially in the world today where it's so full of hate and negativity. Just like, you know, there are good people in the world, and that was just his whole thing. Like, you know, I'm a good guy. There are good people. Like, spread love. You don't have to be such a shitty person all the fucking time.
I do love that one of the messages of the movie is that violence is sometimes the answer. Try not to.
Yeah.
That really isn't like I love that he used his HR stuff to de-escalate.
That's what I'm saying.
And it doesn't work because he's dealing with fucking skeletons. And even like Teela's like, he's got a skeleton from a head. I'm pretty sure that's Kevin, was he born with a skeleton as a head, or is that something he chose at some point? I don't know the lore.
So it depends on the continuity. In the original 80s cartoon, they never explained it, but in the 2000s show where they really gave everybody a backstory, he was splashed with acid that he tried to throw at He-Man's dad, and it like bounced back at him, and it burnt his face off, and he became the skull head version.
Gotcha.
When they like used magic to save his life.
Gotcha. But yeah, so I like that whole message where he really tries to reason it. At the end, he's just like, nope, the time for talking is done. But you guys are right about the length of the movie, and I was feeling
so
the length.
long.
Yeah.
And I honestly, this kind of reminds me of the first Aquaman, where I feel like, and in this case, it might be true, they didn't think they'd get another one, so they tried to do everything in one.
Yeah,
like the first Aquaman, if you remember, it's all the kingdoms, Black Manta, Ocean Master. It was like everything, because they were probably like, oh, it's Aquaman, and then it made $1 billion, and then they made a sequel that wasn't as good. But this one, they're like, I don't know if we're gonna do He-Man again, so you better get everyone in there. Moss Man, everyone. I did like that Moss Man made it into, and I love that they don't know their names. Like Evil Lynn is just like, this is Moss, but she just pulls the name out of her head. Jared Leto was good. I don't know if it was, I gotta watch this when it hits streaming. I don't know if it was my speakers at my theater. I saw this in IMAX, but he sounded like very gargled, and there were times where I legit didn't know what he was saying. Did anyone else have this issue but me?
I don't know.
I understood him, but he was definitely compared to the Bane voice as soon as his voice was heard in the first trailer. Or second
I'm
trailer.
deaf in one ear, so like it's hard for me to dictate.
Not the best
between...
person to ask. Mike, did you have any trouble with him?
I want to say like I don't know if I had like trouble understanding him. No.
Okay, maybe
But his voice was a weird choice. I did miss like the super flamboyant Skeletor from like what you see, like that's what I wanted out of it. But I did have a lot of fun with Jared Leto as it. I think it is probably one of his best roles he's put out there in a long time, which isn't saying much.
It's funny because he actually wasn't even that bad in Tron Ares. It's just no one wanted to see
Tron. I didn't watch Tron.
Actually,
Ares.
Kevin, one of my favorite things though was when the clip came out of him laughing and like his minions don't laugh with him and everything.
Yeah.
So many of the anti-woke guys were like, a villain should be intimidated. This makes it look like a joke. And then actual He-Man fans are like, nah, that's pretty on brand. They're like, that's on brand. He's kind of an asshole. And it's like, I thought that was, I'm like, oh, these guys, they just, it's almost like they have a script now for everything that comes out and they don't research. But then like real people who watch are like, that's not true. However, Kevin, how are all the other He-Man reboots doing? Because this movie didn't do well. Although as someone on Twitter said, because they put out like a week after it came out, they cut footage to the meme video from the 2000s, what's going on, using footage from the movie. And someone went, I've never seen a movie care less about losing millions of dollars. It's like they're having one. But how does this compare to all the other reboots? Because they keep trying to reboot He-Man, and like you've told me, even the original one had a short shelf life, and
it's a brand that's never survived a reboot. Like the original brand came out in 82 and died by 87 when the movie came out, and then they tried to reboot it in the 90s with He-Man in Space, and that one
I didn't know existed until recently.
It was not good. The toys are kind of fun now, but and they were the figures they used to make the Demolition Man toys. But that was a splash in the pan. Then in 2002, they tried it again for Cartoon Network. That's probably the best version of He-Man, but it never got a consistent time slot and died because nobody was watching it, and they accidentally made too many versions of He-Man and Skeletor that sat on the pegs as peg warmers, and they killed the toy line. Then they did the Kevin Smith version, which is pretty good, but they ruined that by telling us it was a continuation of Filmation and that it was a He-Man story, and then they only released it in like the first half, which was not really about He-Man at all, and pissed off everybody about that version. And then this version seemed like a solid attempt, but nobody came to see it.
Yeah. It is made by Amazon though, so I assume in a few months it will hit Amazon streaming. And I honestly had this theory. I have this theory that like these studios are pretty much just putting it in theaters as advertisement for the streaming platform. Because I feel like Warner Brothers should be more like upset with like Supergirl bombing, and they don't seem upset. Right. I'm pretty sure once it hits streaming or rentals, or we might be in an age now where a rental can save a movie again. We haven't had that since like the early 2000s. The one famous example is like Bourne Identity bombed, and then it was the most rented movie of that year. So we might be in that era again. I don't know if we'll make another one of these, but I feel like it might recoup some of its stuff. But yeah, I really have nothing really bad to say about this other than a little too many jokes and the length. I love the guy playing He-Man. He was great as the jock in Bottoms, that comedy with Rachel Sennett, which I reviewed on Patreon. He was like the super douchey jock, but then he like acted like a wimp throughout the whole movie. So when I heard he was going to be He-Man, I'm like, yep. I pretty much saw the movie for him. But I thought everyone else did a great job. What's his face? Idris Elba as Man-at-Arms. I thought he was great.
Yeah, he was awesome.
They even had the cat talk. I wasn't expecting that.
That was one of the few voices I thought didn't fit well. It just didn't seem like an animal voice. I don't know what it was, but it was just like, really? That voice comes out of that giant cat?
And, sorry, spoiler, you do get Orko. You do get Orko, who sums up the theme of the movie, much like in the TV show. Which, Kevin, I think I sent you that video. We might have to hunt down that tape. There is a video starring Alan Thicke and Orko from He-Man that's a way to talk your kids through you getting a divorce. It's Alan Thicke and He-Man teaming Alan Thicke and Orko teaming up to tell you that it's okay your parents are getting a divorce. And I'm like, what was it? Found Footage Fest, I think, found it, and they were posting it. I'm like, there's no way this is real.
And it's super cheesy because
Kevin, is this canon?
It's not even like they put Orko over him, like composited it. It's just like clips of Alan Thicke and then a clip from the cartoon show that like the dialogue matches up, like, oh boy, as a reaction to everything Alan Thicke says. It's hilarious.
I think that would make me more upset when I found out my parents were getting divorced.
Your parents like listen, Mike, I know you're very upset, but here's Alan Thicke and Orko. They're gonna talk you through this. You're like, who's Alan Thicke? What's an Orko?
No, anybody that knew who Orko was back in the 80s knew who Alan Thicke was, because he was the dad on a sitcom.
Also, for fans of the 1987 film, you do get Dolph Lundgren in there.
He does
do the good journey, and you get who was the bad guy from the movie that made it into it? Karg is in the movie. And I did love that they used the Masters of the Universe, Princes of the Universe by Queen. Mm-hmm. See, that's a needle drop that made sense, and they put it at a good part in the movie. They didn't do a slowed down version that they threw in at the final battle. It was weird. But yeah, I think Masters of the Universe is a win in all of our books, right?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Good. Kevin, do you have anything to plug before we let you go?
Always new episodes of Peg Warmers coming out every Wednesday. We're going to have a Supergirl Toys episode coming up soon with Tony from Hack the Movies. If you are into having super famous guests on your toy podcast, check that one out.
And actually, real quick, we have a couple super chats that are Masters of the Universe themed. So I'm going to just skip to a couple super chats. Don't worry, we'll get to all your super chats at the midway section. But now, since we have Kevin, it's weird that Masters of the Universe and Mortal Kombat 2 had scenes where a skull-faced villain fights a king in a sunlit area where their kids watched. And they were a month apart, so they didn't rip off that. That is the openings are very similar.
Actually really funny.
Although the king in this movie ends up becoming a prisoner, whereas the king of Mortal Kombat was viciously murdered after he told Kitana. Kevin, did you see the new Mortal Kombat yet?
I have not seen Mortal Kombat.
Right. Spoiler.
That's okay.
The king of Edenia has to fight Shao Kahn, the most roided out monster ever.
Yeah, that's not going to end well.
he tells little Katana that, physical strength isn't everything and you have to be smart up here. And then Shao Kahn rips his hands off.
Yeah, dude.
Taps him through the
Fucks him
abdomen,
up.
and then goes up to Katana. And actually, I know he's the bad guy, but I actually am on board with Shao Kahn here. He goes up to Katana and goes, "Your dad shouldn't have brought you here." I'm like, yeah, he's right. I don't know what the hell.
Don't bring your kids to a sword fight.
Don't worry, honey. I'm gonna fight Shao Kahn. How big could he be? Let me see here. Here we go.
Maybe the kid started it. My dad can beat up your dad.
I forgot to mention Red Betta. Right? Yeah, Red Betta was that one. The next one is Blood is Bad for $5. He-Man telling his date about his childhood was gold, followed by a piano cover of Boys Don't Cry was great, but jokes didn't stop and started ruining it. I don't know about ruining it, but yeah, definitely overboard. Here we go. Masters of the Universe is a Saturday morning cartoon in the absolute best sense. I can't wait for the sequel they will never make. You know what they should do, Kevin? They should write a sequel to this and then turn it into a reboot of Van Damme's Cyborg. I think, and following through the tradition of the last Masters of the Universe, if anyone didn't know, Van Damme's Cyborg started off as a Masters of the Universe sequel and then got turned into that. But yes, follow Kevin wherever he is and look out for some of our crossovers. Thank you again, Kevin.
Thanks for having me on.
See you later. Oop, what a guy. What a guy.
Classic.
Next up, Find Your Friends.
Yeah.
This is a very girl power movie.
And that's why I didn't watch it.
Starring Bella Thorne, who's been in a bunch of horror films. And then she was one of those ex-Disney girls that tried to start an OnlyFans and then just posted Instagram photos, really.
Oh.
And then she
unaware.
directed a porn film for Pornhub.
What?
Did she?
Yeah, it was. I actually watched it today. Pornhub, I guess it was after like Pornhub got in trouble and they tried to be like more legit. And they're like, we're gonna make these like directed like these indie short films, and it sucked. Anyway, she's in this movie with a bunch of other girls. It's about a bunch of friends who are partying. They're traveling all over partying, and they keep bumping into the worst men ever.
Yep.
One of them gets assaulted in the beginning when she was drunk and her friends weren't there to help her, nor do they really seem to care that it happened.
Yep.
And then she decides, you know what? The next day, I'm going to do more drugs around men that I don't know. And then she gets like a flashback and yells at the guy, even though he didn't really do anything. And then she gets mad that the guy sleeps with her friend. And then they're all doing drugs and they're all having like interpersonal things and they're accusing each other of being bad friends. Oh, and then I guess there's just murderers in the town that they're vacationing in who wait the whole movie to murder two of them. And then it becomes revenge. It becomes one of those like rape revenge movies, but it takes a really long time to get to the revenge part.
Yeah.
And most of it is just about how this friend circle sucks. And I don't mean to victim blame, but the main girl is just like, there were two very avoidable situations. Why did you were like, something really bad happened to me. I need to do more drugs and hang around more strangers. Like, nope. If this was like months from now, maybe, but this is literally the day after. I was afraid, guys, that I was misogynist and sexist. So I went on Rotten Tomatoes. And thankfully, a lot of people are agreeing with me that this is a very unlikable cast of characters. It doesn't seem realistic. There was like one weird thing where apparently the director and writer said she was at an Airbnb or something, and some guy tried to stop her from leaving the development, and then he drove around him, and she got chased.
Yeah, chased, dude, through the town. So this is a real story, which is wild.
And then she decided, I'm going to make a movie about that, but I'm going to make it with the most insufferable character. And it doesn't help that they can't act. I don't know if Bella Thorne can act. I've seen her in a bunch of stuff. She's not very good. They have that porn star, Chloe Cherry, right? Or Cherry Chloe. This lady.
Victoria.
Yes. I was like, because I didn't know who she was, and I'm like, who the fuck is this actress? She can't act to save her life. And then I see she's in Euphoria, and I'm like, every clip from that show is just like the most annoying person doing the most annoying thing.
Huh.
But apparently she's a real life porn star. And she acts like her acting is on porn with a porn video. Look, if you go through like some of the reviews, I didn't write down the names, but they were like pretty much every negative review on Rotten Tomatoes suggested other movies that did this idea but better. This was rough to watch, and not in the way they intended. Joey, am I sexist or is this bad?
No, I pretty much agree with you. This is a party movie through and through, and it moves pretty fast through the party sequences, and it does a good job, I think, at setting the vibe and like building the tension of the party. And I'll tell you what really scares me about it. It's like it really gives me a feeling of dread, as if like I'm the sober one of a party, and like I'm experiencing these things with all these fucked up, intoxicated people. You know, not fine and fun, let me tell you. The movie gets kind of wild, both good and bad. And at one point, I'm saying to myself, wow, a lot of poor decisions being made here by the characters. And I am sure that's intentional. Surely that has to be intentional to increase the on-screen tension. Yeah, I'll never watch this movie again, I'll tell you what.
But by the way, here's the little synopsis. Amber and her 4 best friends head to a desert town for some fun and sun, but an encounter with hostile locals soon turned their alcohol-fueled party to a violent struggle for control and survival. That's the last 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, and there's a lot of drugs. I don't know what they're talking about, just alcohol.
Yeah, like they don't even know that they're being attacked. The 2 get like attacked away from them.
Yep.
And then they're just in the desert. Then there's like a red herring where the asshole neighbor who is the cop on True Blood, you keep thinking he's going to be a bad guy, then he's fine. But yeah, the whole like revenge, and the guys are mad because girls come to their town to party,
yeah,
and they're not from there,
and they just view them as like outsiders and shit, which is so fucking stupid. Like,
so they attack them instead of just like moving out of a town. So they attack them. And then one of them gets their dick cut off at the end.
Oh, nice.
I didn't think this was going to be bad. I thought I was hearing positive buzz for this. I was like, well, it's the new movie on Shudder. Although I think Forbidden Fruits also just hit Shudder, and that movie was way more positive, but it wasn't on Shudder when I made the list. So I picked this one, and I was super let down by it. Yeah, Joey, is there anything positive to say in this?
No, like I said, I think it does a good job at like showcasing the party scenes, because like it's a lot of like really close-up shots and quick cuts, and I think it does that well. But the whole fucking meat and potatoes of the movie, like we said, doesn't happen till the last like 20 minutes to 15 minutes, and like there's a huge chunk of time which is just partying, and I'm like, okay,
and it's really annoying because you have like the first scene where the guy like is like aggressive, and like she manages to get out of it and get away from him, and then she doesn't tell anyone what happened.
Yep.
No one, as far as they know, she had a good time. She hooked up with him, and then she picks up a glass bowl and just shatters it over his head in front of everyone. He starts bleeding out, and it's just like no one knows what happened in there. And then she's mad that everyone's yelling at her. It's like, they weren't there as far as they know.
I know.
You just attacked the man.
Exactly.
And then she doesn't bother to tell anyone what happened until way later. And it's like, she's like, why are my friends backing me up? Because they don't know what happened. They just saw you just attack someone.
They have no frame of reference here, Donnie.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
And again, after all of that, and her being like, yeah, more drugs and more strange men. I'm like, no.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of bad decisions, like I said. It's infuriating.
Not that annoying, unlikable people deserve to have bad things happen to them. I'm not saying that. But it's just, I don't know. It just took me out of it. I wanted it to be better. And it's just, there's just really nothing. Even the gore was nothing. The kills, they just hit that lady in the head with a rock. I don't remember how the other lady died. There was a cool crash. Car crash was fine.
Was cool. Yeah.
And the penis looked really fake when they were cutting it off. So
yeah, I looked away. I couldn't bear to see.
Also, they're all they're all going to jail, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There's a difference between like killing in self-defense and tying
Revenge
a man
killing?
down and cutting his penis
dick
off.
off, yeah.
There's a very big difference between that.
Yeah, I'll never watch this movie again.
Yeah. I got halfway through it and I went, oh boy. Like, this is not what I thought it would be. I'm like, did I get punked? That's your poocher gonna show up at the end of this? You got punked.
I had to fucking double check that this was the right movie. And actually I clicked out of it because when I Googled it, I'm pretty sure it said 2025. And I'm like, oh fuck, I'm watching the wrong movie.
No,
it's because the trailers.
That's because it played at a festival.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. I really wish they would just update it to the wide release instead of the festival release. Like, come on. But yeah, like, by the way, I didn't know why it was called Find Your Friends until toward the end. We're like, so-and-so's missing. Let's use Find Your Friends. I'm like, oh, that's why. Sense. And I'm like, oh, that's so stupid.
That should have been more prevalent. Like if they got separated at the party in the beginning, and someone said like, oh, check Find Your Friends, rather than just like throwing it in there at the end.
I know. But yeah, really, really, I want to say, I keep saying letdown, but I wasn't really expecting much. I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, I mean, same. And again, I didn't watch the trailers for anything.
Neither did I. I went right in. I'm watching trailers less these days. Same. I'm learning. If I'm not seeing them in a theater, I'm just not seeing.
That's exactly it. I'm not looking them out. I'm not looking them up.
I like look out for the big ones. Sometimes they pop up like on Twitter, but that's about it.
Exactly. Sometimes I miss those. Like I'll try to like if I know one's coming out, I'll try to watch it to do a reaction. But sometimes they'll drop like a new Spider-Man, and I watch it like a few days later.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to reacting, you need to be on it like right away.
Oh, for sure.
And I just been too busy. But yeah, I would say don't watch if this plot sounds interesting, look up other movies that did it. Because this is not a good one. This is not a very good indie horror film. Now let's talk about Mr. Reset and the Society of Turnbuckle and Bone. Now this comes to us from our good friend Vinny Pacifico, wrestler Vinny Pacifico. It tells the story about a underground Illuminati style society that controls professional wrestling to rule the world.
Yeah.
And it's headed by Mr. Reset.
Yeah.
And if you meet with Mr. Reset, he can revitalize your career, but you have to give him some collateral and you have to fight for it. And Vinny Pacifico has Power Punch. He enters into this secret tournament and he puts his wife up as collateral.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, and he makes a deal with Mr. Reset. It's the word here, Joey, is experimental.
Yeah. Yep. That pretty much covers it.
It's in color. It's in black and white. There's text on screen. Sometimes it's animated. You have other wrestlers. You got Ryzen there. I forget his name. There. Bobby Fish was there.
Yep.
Nice.
I haven't seen Bobby Fish. I mean, I don't really watch too much wrestling these days, but it was nice seeing him. I used to really love. You'll hear how much I used to love Undisputed Era in a little bit. But yeah, I don't really know what to say about this. It was a very unique experience. Joey, do you have any thoughts? Do you have any questions?
I have a lot of questions. First, let me say, this really reminds me of being in college and rolling up a spliff and dropping some acid. Because this movie is a fucking trip. Tony, I oftentimes I'm confused in life. Okay. It's just, the trials and tribulations of a young man. Okay. Mike's gone. Exactly.
Mike died.
I was very, very confused on what I was even watching when I first started. And again, I'm going in blind. I didn't watch the trailer. But hey, I love wrestling. Now, what I will say about this movie is, you mentioned it's experimental. There's lots of unique, different video styles throughout even the first 20 minutes of the movie. And that's one thing. Actually, you know what? There's one thing that the movie does really fucking fantastic. By the way, it's documentary, not documentary, for the record.
Thank you.
It has a unique style. and it fucking sticks with it, right? It may showcase different like video styles, like animation, text on screen, stop motion, whatever the fuck else it does. I hope that thing wasn't AI, by the way. But it sticks with its style, its editing style in particular. And the editing and the dialogue and the mood, it's all pretty cohesive. And that's one thing I'll give this movie. Now, about 40 minutes in, I'm even more confused than I was in the first 20 minutes in. And you know what? I think that was probably the point of the movie, and it did its job because when I finished, I just turned off the TV and said, okay, I'm going to bed. I can't do anything else after that.
Well, Joey.
Yeah.
Again, we have many questions. I was lucky enough to interview the star and executive producer.
Whoa!
And we're going to cut to that interview now, and we'll be back after this. And we're going to get some answers, Joey.
Yes!
We're going to get some answers. So everyone stand by. Hello, Vinny. How are you?
Tony, how you doing? Thank you for having me.
Doing great. You are the star and executive producer of Mr. Reset and the Society of Turnbuckle and Bone. Thank you for hitting me up and telling me about this. I have a few questions for you.
I love it.
First off, let's talk about the wrestling. How long have you been wrestling?
12 years. Started at 14 years old. Trained by the Ring of Honor Dojo, and it's been an amazing journey. 12 plus countries.
Mm-hmm.
You know, getting to do things I've only dreamed of as a kid. So I'm so grateful for everything.
And people probably could have seen you. You wrestled on AEW, right?
AEW, Ring of Honor, Evolve, New Japan.
Okay.
I wrestled in Japan. Yeah.
We have a lot of wrestling fans in the audience, so probably they already know who you are. When did you decide to like get into films? Have you always been into horror films or in films in general? Is this like a slow transition, or is this something you wanted to do in addition to wrestling?
Great question. So I've always been a fan of films. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. You know, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it all. I love it all.
Yeah.
I love horror. I love everything I just love film. But as a wrestler, since I'm a kid, I mean, early teens, I always knew I always knew eventually, like, following the footsteps of Dwayne Johnson, John Cena, and The Miz, the guys who go from wrestling into films and do both. I always said, that'll be me one day. But I never had a plan to do it, like, I never had a set plan to do it a certain way. I just said, eventually, I'll do that. And Jedi Kozowski, from the director of Mr. Reset, came to me with his idea for Mr. Reset. And luckily for me, I got to play my first ever role in a film, in a wrestling film. So it was kind of easy transition to do that. But once I did that, I said, well, you know, I loved acting. I love this. I want to get into this like way more. So this is my time to really just jump into it. And so, yes, I always knew I would want to get, I always knew I would get into it eventually, but it came a lot sooner than I imagined. And I am so grateful for it.
Nice. I mean, it's a good idea to like start early because a lot of times, like, you're right. Since like The Rock and everything, it's kind of expected if you're a wrestler, you'll eventually do some kind of acting. Whereas older wrestlers didn't know they were going to do that. So you had Hulk Hogan's film career. Exactly. You're like, oh man, he probably should have practiced a little early. Although there is acting in wrestling, obviously. How is it different between like acting in the ring as opposed to acting in like you know, on camera? It's you know, edited after the fact and whatnot.
Great question. So I will tell you, in Mr. Reset, it was very wrestling based. There's a lot of acting to it, but I got to kind of play myself in some ways, like just a fictional version of Vinny Pacifico. So it was very simple. But when I've also done other films as of late, and I've gotten to play a wide array of different characters, different roles, so many different types of scenarios and roles. So I guess you could say wrestling has helped me very much in the sense that I've gotten very good at improv. I've gotten very good at stunts, fighting scenes, combat, you know, intensity, you know, having emotional depth. So that's a benefit. But there are things that are hard with acting. You know, you have to really be able to study a script, study everything. You gotta have to have a whole picture painted. in certain ways, and it's different. So it's different. I love it both. I love both of them. I love wrestling. I love acting.
Yeah.
But I'm very grateful that I've been wrestling first because it's gotten me some serious knowledge, or at least some background, being able to do what I gotta do.
Nice. And then how did you meet the director and writer? Like, where did this idea really come from, and how did you end up producing it?
So producing it, I kind of had some input on the story, and I kind of that's as far as my producing goes. But I was the first person he reached out to regarding this film, so I guess thankfully he gave me the opportunity to be a producer on it. But I'll say this, before my wedding, he hit me up, and he's in wrestling, so we've had some interactions in wrestling. He's like, I've been watching your career, I've been watching your character, I've been watching everything you're doing, and I have a story for a film that I want to do. It's called Mr. Reset. It's about this overlord of pro wrestling who has a secret society. It's great story. And he's like, I want to have you play the protagonist. And this is before my wedding. Wedding went by, did all that fun stuff. Went to Japan, came back, and a month away, he goes, Vinny, I want to do these dates. I want to get a little cast together, and I want to see what we could do. It turned into a lot more than just that. It was, that was the idea. We had like a set idea for something. We didn't know what it would be. Would it be a TV show? Would it be just a YouTube thing? Would it be we didn't know what it would be. And it turned into something bigger and into a film than we ever imagined. And we're grateful for that too, because that's just, we knew what we had in our hands. We wanted it to be something serious. We didn't want it to be just something we did on a weekend. We wanted to go hard on it. So we did. We ended up saying, all right, we wrote down, had a few pages written down, and those few pages turned into many pages. and then it became a film.
Yeah, okay, so that's one of the questions I had. How you said you didn't know what it was at first.
Organically became that, it's a beautiful, that's a beautiful thing.
But it's funny because there is like this chaotic multimedia style presentation where like sometimes it's like a documentary, and then sometimes it's a narrative, and then it's an animation at one point. Where did you guys decide to come up with having the story told in all these different ways and having like the text on screen as they're talking?
I think
it was very experimental watching it. I'm like, something's going. I haven't seen anything like this before.
It's different, right? So
yeah, it's very different.
We tried to tap into so many different fandoms. Like we know wrestling touches horror, wrestling touches anime, wrestling goes into gaming. So we kind of wanted a little bit of everything for every wrestling fan and horror fan. So we wanted to really just. We really just tried to like basically experimental, and we tried to fit in a lot of different of people's fandoms into one film. JC's style is very different, and I love that.
Yeah, it was just very interesting to watch. I was just like, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. So, looking at the other wrestlers who are in this, I love wrestling, but like it's just been hard for me to follow in recent years just because of work and everything. I try to keep up as much as I can. But the one I did recognize a lot was Bobby Fish, who I was a big fan of when he was in the Undisputed era. Like that's when I got back into wrestling. Yeah. How did the other wrestlers like enjoy like acting and were they like you? They really enjoyed it. Was it harder for them or?
They loved it. We had a really good time filming, all of us. It was great. Like we were a tight knit group of people who were just like, let's kill this. Let's have a good time. And at first, it was like just having a good time with friends, filming this thing, but then it got serious and became like, all right, now it's work. Now we have to put more, ideas here. A lot of it was like building as we're filming and building as the process was going on, which is a beautiful thing. Which is, and that usually happens when ideas formulate. But everyone had a really good time. Everyone is amazingly talented. Everyone's amazing, in my opinion. I think everyone did a really good job.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of people you acted with, did you enjoy acting with your wife in the film?
Oh yeah. So how that came about was
I had to look that up. I'm like, wait, is that his wife? Like,
yeah. So how that happened was I always knew she had a charisma to her.
Yeah.
But she's not a performer. So we did a engagement shoot. Halloween engagement shoot.
Yeah.
And she was so good at the reactions, pictures, and I just said, you need a chance to get in front of camera and act, and that was it. And then she had her first chance. Jay gave it to her, and she got a standing ovation on set.
Yes, and I see she has some credits coming up, and also you have a bunch of credits coming up.
Yep, it's been.
So my last question is, what is next? Are we going to get more Mr. Reset, and what other projects are coming up that you're very excited to promote and talk about?
Thank you for asking. So we just filmed Awake in the Dark with Equator Productions. That was an amazing shoot. Me and my wife were part of it. It was amazing, really fun time. But I will say this: The Hours That Keep Us was just announced Monday on Fox News, and that one's gonna be a really fun movie. Tommy Dwyer is the director, and he has an amazing group of people in this cast who are just like, you have me, you have Paige Van Zant and Mickey Gall, who were in UFC. Then you got Zach Ward from Freddy vs. Jason, Chelsea Bray from Punisher. Like this cast is just insane. So I think that's next. I have a few projects filming in July, but that's one of them in July that I'm really looking forward to. We're looking forward to all of them, of course, but that one's gonna be special because look at the cast; it's just an insane cast. And what's next? Yes, there is more Mr. Reset. We have multiple scripts going right now, and yeah, we got a lot going on. It's very exciting.
Awesome. And then what about wrestling? What do you have coming up wrestling wise?
A lot. So I just wrestled on championship wrestling this week. We had TV tapings. Got my head busted open. If you could see it.
Oh man, let's see it.
Right there, a little bit of cut.
Ooh.
Actually, it looks a little better than it was.
I saw the picture you posted, bleeding.
Oh yeah, it was rough. Garbage pail to the face. That's what it was. Yeah. So I got a lot. This week I'm wrestling for One Fall Wrestling in Atlanta. Next week I have an off week. So I'm filming a movie.
Cool.
Then I'm back to the road with wrestling for Joshi, Spark Joshi Wrestling in New Jersey. Then some wrestling in Florida, and then I'm back in the West Coast again. And then I have a film, South Carolina, Open Casket. That one's gonna be a phenomenal movie. The script is insane. I love it. I'm excited.
Okay.
And then we have just a lot of really fun stuff. Wrestling in between every film. Like I'm filming movies and wrestling pretty much every week in July and going forward a lot of time.
Vinny, it was really great talking to you. I always want to talk to wrestlers on this show, and unfortunately I only get like mud show workers like Kit Osborne, who are really an embarrassment to the craft. So it's an honor to talk to a real wrestler who's in all these amazing films, unlike Kit Osborne. Where can we follow you, Vinny?
We love you, Kit. You can follow me at Vinny Pacifico 1 on Twitter, Vinny Pacifico on Instagram, and Vinny Pacifico on Facebook.
That's great. I assume you're talking about a different Kit than the one I'm talking about, but yes, please follow Vinny. And check out Mr. Reset and the Society of Turnbuckle and Bone. You can, as of right now, you can rent it on Apple TV and YouTube.
Yep. And Google Play.
And Google Play, yes. So check it out there. And also, great name, Power Punch. I love that name.
Thank you very much. I love it. It's a Power Punch right here.
Nice. All right, and that's it. Let's get back to the show. Hello. There we go. All our questions were answered. Let's do some super chats before we get into the next half. All right. Jojo Joker became a YouTube member. Thank you so much.
That's supporting the computer purchase.
And then Fior, member for 6 months. Give us more female Riley on the show. The girl who was in the Scary Movie review, who popped in randomly in the Scary Movie review. I guess he wants more of girl Riley, which she will love to hear. She did the thing that all new people do, where she was on an episode of the show and then got Instagram followers and then asked if I knew the person. I'm like, I don't know all the followers. Every new person who does this, who's not like an internet person, they all end up doing that. Yeah, Lauren was doing that for me.
Yep.
Prison Mike was like, do you know this person? I'm like, I don't know all of them. I don't know all of them.
It's kind of cringy.
Dude Abides, member for 27 months. Why wasn't Joe He-Man?
I should have been. I should have been.
You should have been. 2 to buys for $5. Which the wings would involve Homie the Clown for an It skit in Scary Movie? Which the Waynes would involve
Wish the Waynes would have involved a Homie the Clown skit in Scary Movie.
He
Homie
wishes the
Clown.
Waynes. How did you
Homie the Clown?
How did
from
you
fucking in Living Color?
I know, but how did you accidentally do Which the Wings? And also, how were you able to translate that? And then he says, this is for Tony's new PC. Thank
Beautiful.
you so much.
Beautiful.
It looks like something the way like one of my participants would write, so I kind of like pieced it to fucking get there. No offense.
Breton Shevin for 5. What is the A? I forget.
Australian dollars.
Crikey. Try DaVinci Resolve instead of using Premiere. There's a free version, and it also works on Linux, which is a plus these days. Down with MicroSlop. No, guys, I'm using Premiere. I've used it for years.
I've switched over to DaVinci recently, and I said the same thing, Tony. I was like, fuck you, I'm not switching. And now I do DaVinci full time. It's the greatest fucking software ever.
Maybe, but all my plugins are for Adobe.
But you can convert them, and it's $400 or $499 for a one-time purchase, and you get free upgrades for life.
God damn it! Maybe
it's incredible.
Maybe, but that's fine. I'm happy with Premiere. I know Premiere.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And it's not outdated. It's not like I'm using Final Cut X or something. I'm using Premiere. Fior for $5. I didn't see Masters of the Universe, but my God, is Camila Mendez super? She was a nice looking lady.
I'm beginning
all
to
those
think
guys who were like, I
women.
can't believe they race swapped the characters. I'm like, I don't care if Tila wasn't a smoking hot Latina. She is now. Fuck you.
I agree.
I say more Latinas in movies.
Well, let's not get too crazy there. Okay. Look, we gave you Snow White for some reason, all right? And you guys didn't even show up for that, all right?
Yeah, well, that one didn't make any sense. They gave us
it didn't? Yeah. No. I'm glad you're allowed to say that, Mike. It's a problem.
Yeah. I can say it. Character's supposed to be as white as snow. Let's cast a Hispanic woman with brown skin. That makes a lot of fucking sense.
If they wanted to be really progressive, they would have got like an albino Latina. But that wouldn't look good, I guess, for them.
Sad.
Fior for $10. Are we hyped to see Drew McIntyre in the new Highlander reboot? Don't expect him to come back to WWE anytime soon. He's busy filming another movie with Russell Crowe in The Last Druid. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm excited to see him in Highlander.
Same. I love Drew McIntyre.
And the good thing about the new Highlander reboot is that there should only be one Highlander movie. So if it's bad, it'll just be a new bad Highlander movie. It won't ruin anything. Future movie actor for $5, who I actually think is in the back room. We'll be talking to him later. 2 films from the April wrap-up I didn't get to discuss were the Super Mario Galaxy movie and Lee Cronin's The Mummy 2026. Both were pretty solid. Yeah, mummy clips are getting shared all over Twitter right now. Because I'm very on top of what's trending on Twitter in the form of out of context movie clips, and I'm providing context.
It's really funny.
And the people of Nigeria, who for some reason weren't taught to include the name of movies on their clips, some of them are very upset with me, and they've been blocking me because I'm ruining their engagement by posting my review and saying what the movie is.
I did love The Mummy, though. That was awesome.
Future movie actor for $2. LPK guy is my cousin, everybody. Say hello.
Hello, LPK guy.
Hello.
Wait, did he leave a super chat before, or is he just in the chat?
Might just be in the chat, hanging out.
Or is it just some guy?
Some random person.
Hey guys, I want everyone to know that Mariella is my cousin. She's not on the show or anything. I just want you guys to know.
It's just my cousin.
Nice.
Natasha Lives member for 11 months. Hey y'all. Hey Natasha. And look who it is.
Nice.
One take vids. Gil.
The traitor.
D-Day Cat and Mouse. Oh, is he? Oh, he's giving his reviews.
Okay, yep.
So
let's hear it.
Disclosure Day, son of a bitch wouldn't even write disclosure, so he could keep it under $10. Disclosure Day, cat and mouse chase. If cat and mouse were lobotomized, embarrassing when movie thinks it's so profound. He-Man, love the action visuals, love Skeletor, but painfully unfunny jokes ruin the movie. That's pretty much. I wouldn't say ruin, but yeah, they definitely
ruin
hindered
either,
it.
but, you know.
But yeah, Gil, we didn't get up to Disclosure Day yet. Because first we got to talk about Soy Frankelda.
Oh, I thought it was.
I am.
It's Spanish. I see. I was confused. I'm like,
am
oh, shit.
Frankelda.
Yep.
Mike, you definitely watched this one, right?
I did not watch this one.
You motherfucker.
How dare you?
We relied on you for your insight.
We've been taking Spanish.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Ay, caramba. Biblioteca.
Yeah, exactly.
El Gato.
Come on, Joey. Don't
En mi
stand.
casa, Santa Maria.
Yo, Padre, come on now.
This is it's actually Mexico's first stop motion animation film, like feature.
See, I'm not
Really?
Mexican. I'm not the right one for that.
Well, whatever. And then I don't know why it took them so long to make one of these. Stop motion's been around for a really, really, really long time. But apparently these guys were mentored by Guillermo del Toro, and they kind of look like if someone cloned Guillermo del Toro and it didn't come out exactly right. So it turns out this is actually a prequel. This Netflix movie is a prequel for a HBO Max show.
Huh.
I know. Very annoying. Called Frankelda's Book of Spooks. And if Manny Muskets is in the chat, not that kind. They mean ghosts. Frankelda's Book of Spooks is a child's show, right? It's basically like, I think I just killed Mike with that joke. I just murdered Mike. It was a delayed reaction.
I can't.
So, Frankelda's Books and Spooks. Book, just singular book. It's basically like a Goosebumps, right? It's like she's a little ghost girl. She's like, I'm gonna tell you a story from my talking book, and this story is gonna be about like what was it? I watched a couple. There's one like a kid doesn't want to do homework, so an ogre comes and says he'll do his homework for him, but he all he asks is for his name, and then the ogre takes him over and he becomes an ogre, and it's like a whole there's a lot of don't trust strangers messages in there. And I was like, you know what, out of all the things I usually review, this is one that's appropriate to watch with my nieces. This would be great. So you'll be surprised that this is the first thing I've gotten in trouble for showing the twins.
Of all the things you've shown the twins.
We've watched Predator Badlands multiple times. We've watched all the Jurassic Parks, Alien versus Predator, all under rated R. They've watched me play Alien Isolation, where I got murdered over and over again. And all of these things were fine. Krampus, fine. We watched an episode. Joe, you might remember there's like a sea siren in this movie. She's from the show.
Yeah.
There's an episode of the show where a boy is kind of fat and he's afraid to take his shirt off around his friends because he's afraid they'll make fun of him, and they're at the lake. Meanwhile, a lake monster is hypnotizing all his friends and she's taking them into the lake. And then we see that if the boy was just had enough self-respect and courage to take his shirt off and put it over the monster's head, he could have saved all his friends. Instead, they all got hypnotized and live under the water. So, you know, it's a whole message about like self-respect and, you know, self-esteem and stuff. So the next day, the twins walked around the house going, I don't love myself. A monster will eat me. I don't love myself. A monster's going to eat me.
Oh,
Mommy, monster's going to eat me because I don't love myself. And I went, so she texted me. She's like, what the hell does this mean? I'm like, I don't know why they're remembering it.
Yeah, that's
so
a bit problematic.
So she goes, yeah, don't show them that show. And I'm like, I can't believe the one show that's actually meant for kids is the one that got me in trouble. because they don't know words like self-respect and whatnot. So they, in their little 3-year-old mind, they're like, he didn't love himself, and I don't love myself, and a monster's gonna get me. So I got in trouble for that. Anyway, very, very simple show for kids. Like, here's a scary story. Don't talk to strangers. For some reason, they decided it needed a feature-length animated prequel explaining the deep lore of the show. So we meet, I think her name is actually Francesca, but she becomes Frankelda. She's a little girl who likes to write stories, but everyone tells her it's a waste of time. And then she meets a prince from the monster world who lives off nightmares. But their nightmare maker is doing a bad job, and humans aren't scared anymore. And this, the best thing this movie teaches us is that boomers will refuse to retire so they can screw over younger generations. So this guy's doing a bad job at his job.
Yep.
And the guy's like, how about we bring a new younger person in who's fresh? And he's fighting to keep his position, even probably during a recession, maybe. Anyway, so we got like the good guy, the bad guy. He makes her a ghost to come to the world. And like, that's fine. And then the movie gets super complicated. They start mentioning kingdoms, and there's like an overthrowing of the king, and then people are betraying each other. And there's that bitch that got me in trouble with my sister. But it gets very confusing. And I don't know, maybe I was just watching this too late, but I'm like, I feel like I shouldn't be this lost in a kid's film. Also, the songs are all terrible. They're very, very forgettable. I forgot it was a musical, but I will say I loved the animation and the colors. And I like that the animation was a little janky. I feel like a lot of these new stop motion movies, like, I don't know, like what's a recent one? Does anyone know a recent stop motion movie?
Pinocchio? I don't know.
I'm thinking like, I didn't watch that one. I'm thinking like Kubo and the Two Strings or whatever that one was called.
Never know that.
But anyway, I feel like a lot of times they're a little too smooth, like to the point where I'm like, it might as well just be CGI if you're going to smooth it over. This one was janky, and I actually enjoyed it. But yeah, so it looked really great. I like the idea of the movie. I just think the final product was just almost a little too mature for the audience, and too confusing. And it ended up being a prequel that we didn't really need at all. We just needed a ghost girl telling scary stories. I don't know why we needed a 2-hour movie for this. Joey C., what did you think of Frankelda? Soy Frankelda.
Yes. Wow, the animation was cool as shit. It's really great to see a stop motion movie on Netflix. I was, like you, very, very lost in the plot. And this is, once again, imaginative and trippy. Mr. Reset was more trippy than imaginative, but this was incredibly trippy. But the colors were fantastic. It's unbelievable how beautiful it actually looks and how much effort went into it. Really blown away by that. But in terms of the plot, I don't have a fucking clue. And then they started singing after like the parents died. Spoiler. And I was like, all right, yeah, I guess we're doing that too. Is this a musical? So I don't know. I'll never watch it again, but boy, it looks cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we could say. It looks cool.
Pretty much.
It's fun to look at, but it just didn't fire. It didn't like just land for me as a movie. Although the show, you know, as long as your nieces don't go around misquoting it and get their uncle in trouble, the show I think is fine. They're very short episodes. They're very simple stories. And I would say if you have kids, maybe show them that. It's in English and Espanol.
Ooh.
That's Spanish for Spanish. Did you know that, Mike?
I did not know that. Thank you.
I didn't know this was in English. I watched the Spanish version. Hang on. Do you remember when I said I was confused? Perhaps I was confused because there was a language barrier. I just thought I was an idiot. I didn't know it was in English. Well, I had to read the subtitles. You didn't bother
to check?
You know what? This movie was really good. The plot was very cohesive. I could understand it. There was lots of character development, and
on every streaming thing, there's a little button you can click for audio, and it'll give you the languages that it's available.
It said Espanol, so I just assumed, this is a Spanish movie.
Nope, not how that works.
I'm an
major
idiot.
Streaming platforms will have multiple languages that you could select from, Joey. I don't know.
Well, I clicked it and it gave me the English subtitles. You know
no, but the audio can also be.
You
next
know what?
To the subtitles is for the audio track.
Yeah. You know, I'm an idiot. I'm not afraid to admit that. Oopsie daisy. No wonder I was so fucking confused. What the hell happened? Who changed my TV to Spanish, man?
Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm talking to my dad right now.
Huh.
I couldn't get you could.
Oh, yeah, no, I understood. I didn't understand. That was the point. Oopsie daisy.
So Joey's gonna get back to us with his review.
Yeah, I'll come back next month and talk about it in depth.
Come back next month for your El Review-o.
Yes, I certainly will. Huh.
Okay, and congratulations, Mexico, for doing your first feature-length stop-motion film.
That is very cool.
In 2026. Good job. Next up, Spielberg is back.
Yeah.
I mean, he's never really gone away. He makes like 1 million movies. But he is back doing another Alien movie. And actually, what was the last Alien movie he did? It was probably Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, maybe. He's very hit or miss with Alien movies, but yes, he is back. This movie starts off with a wrestling match featuring what was it, Lance Archer and Brian Cage?
Yeah,
I recognize them. Like, I know those guys. But yeah, this movie is about a man who has government secrets and alien technology, and he plans to make all of this information public to the whole world. Now, this is written by David Cope, who did the original Jurassic Park, but he also did Jurassic World Rebirth, which was about someone who wanted to get the cure for heart disease and give it to the whole world. He did this plot line twice about someone wanting to get something from evil people and give it to the whole world. That's like his thing, I guess. So yeah, he is on the run from his former employers who are in charge of finding UFOs and all their extraterrestrial information. Meanwhile, a local newswoman, played by Emily Blunt, sees a cardinal, and it triggers a memory in her. And suddenly she's able to read people's minds and talk in different languages. And she starts clicking like a crazy person during a news broadcast. And they start getting hunted by, that's Colin Firth, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's Colin Firth. They start being hunted by Colin Firth, who also has alien technology, these little glowing sticks that can do brain stuff. We're never really clear on what we see. That the aliens
although I think that worked. I think that worked in the movie's favor, though, that they didn't explain it.
So he's going into people's minds trying to find out where the runaway is, but he can't get into his mind or the lady's mind because they were in, what do they call them, experiencers. They realized that they must have been abducted in the past, and then we find out that another man who was part of this operation is setting up a whole thing to trigger a memory that they had to do a thing, and it leads to them explaining all, or like giving out all the information on aliens. And we even see an alien, and that's the whole thing, and the whole world is shocked, especially this lady who's become a meme right now. And yeah, guys, this movie, it asked the question, like, what would happen if we forced the government to finally release all the stuff about UFO and aliens? And that's a good idea for a movie. I sure hope a month before it comes out, the government doesn't release everything they know about UFOs and aliens.
Yep.
Literally a month before it came out, Donald Trump let us know. He's like, hey, we're releasing all the documents we have. And I like that he goes, what the hell is going on? Have fun and enjoy. And yep, you can just go to the Department of War and you can look up every single document about UFOs and aliens. And I'm like, that was the worst time for them to do this, because the whole movie hinges on the government being like, we can never let anyone know about this. We have to hide the truth. And then right before it comes out, they're like, yeah, here it is. That's everything. We don't know what it is. Do you know what it is? I don't know why we've been covering this up for so many years. We don't know what any of this shit is. People describe this movie as a big chase, and it kind of is, really. Mm-hmm. Something's off about it. I couldn't get into this one. There were exciting moments. The characters were charming enough. I kind of liked her when she was with Kurt Russell's son, and I liked the guy with his girlfriend, but when then they teamed up, they had like no chemistry together. The villain was kind of bland. The aliens all look super generic. And also it's kind of dumb that they're like, yes, they've been landing for years, these aliens. Also, they don't know how to fly very well because they keep crashing. And the mystery about like what the origin was with the two characters was very predictable. It's like, yeah, they were abducted and they were together. That's what it was. Joey C., how did you feel about Disclosure Day?
You know, first I heard a rumor that the script went through 70 drafts before Steven Spielberg approved it. It could have used 71. It was awesome up until the end. Without spoilers, well, I guess you already spoiled it. It was kind of like a whole movie for Steven Spielberg to tell us that like having empathy was a superpower. And like you mentioned, of course, this movie is very topical now with UFOs and government disclosures. I don't fucking buy it. There's way more they're not putting out. I hate to admit it. I hate to admit this. Maybe this is a hot take. Maybe it's not. I hate Josh O'Connor. I hate him. I hate him. He's horrible. Absolutely terrible.
What, the main actor?
Yeah. What's his name? Josh O'Connor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you hate him?
I fucking hate him.
Dude, you said you watched Wake Up Dead Man like 3 times.
I did. That was a very good movie. It was a very good movie. It was because of Daniel Craig. But I hate him so much. The standout moments for me in this movie was anything with Emily Blunt. She was incredible. Yeah. And it really had some wild emotional ranges, from like freaking out to being scared to being funny with like the boyfriend and like leaving him at the gas station. That was really funny. I quite enjoyed this movie up until the end. Again, I don't know if I guess it's a spoiler. They disclosure day it, but the ending with the alien, that was fucking stupid. That was so fucking stupid. It was so
everyone would believe them when they showed them all the information.
They bring them in a truck. In a truck.
They took them from the evil people's prison thing that they had.
I hated it. A stupid ending.
I was annoyed by Spielberg. He just only does CGI for like creatures now. And it's like, come on. Like the aliens barely move. You couldn't make a puppet. Like literally, it barely moves.
They do have a nod to Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That was really cool. They show the ship from there. I really appreciated that. Other than that, it was pretty good up until, in my opinion, the last 15 minutes.
Some people are saying it's the worst thing ever.
No, it definitely wasn't. But
it was an okay watch the first time.
I agree. I'll give you that.
It was
the problem is I had just seen Obsession twice that week. So like it fucked it all up for me. Every movie I saw after that for like 2 weeks was like not good in my opinion.
Mike, did you see this one?
I did.
Okay. How did you feel about it?
I liked it for the most part, but I kind of agree with Joey. The ending just kind of ruined it for me. To me, like once they threw out the files, whatever, it was just that generic alien shit that we've seen before. It wasn't anything like new, and it wasn't anything different.
I will say it did play on some real life UFO stuff. Let me make sure I get the actual one. So remember he's showing them some footage that they have, and you get to see Richard Nixon when they say the celebrity
with Jackie Gleason.
Yeah,
dude.
Who was a big part of like UFO mythology and everything, and that is a very famous story. And actually, I might have mentioned this on another episode, but like last year, I got real into the Twin Peaks books.
Yeah.
And the history of Twin Peaks book goes into real conspiracies and UFO mythology and lore.
What?
but they end up working it into the Twin Peaks mythology. So yeah, they do the whole thing with Richard Nixon and Jackie Gleason.
Yeah, dude, that was super cool.
And then they do it in this movie too, which is right because they never outright say who it is.
I know. They just say like a 50s Hollywood star. And Jackie Gleason built a house like an hour from me in the shape of a UFO. It's so fucking cool. I also just love The Honeymooners. So seeing Jackie Gleason in like 2026 was fucking sick.
Yeah. So yeah, there was some cool stuff, but yeah, you're right. It was just all the alien stuff was kind of generic.
Yeah.
And it was more about like the evils of man. Oh, and they have to keep like adding in like the world is about to go into World War III or something. It's like this looming thing, and I guess these aliens will stop all the conflict. And as we all know, when the U.S. Department of War leaked all this stuff, finally everything in Israel got solved, right? I haven't been reading the news. Everything fine in the world, guys?
Yep, everything.
Awesome. Thank you, U.S. Department of War, for letting us know about UFOs and aliens. I still can't believe that happened. I'm like, this movie is already dated. It's already dated. Yeah, some people are saying it's Spielberg's worse. It's not that bad, but I'm trying to look here. What was the last Spielberg thing I've seen? Because these days,
Player One, right?
He makes a lot of dad movies these days, like The Post and Bridge of Spies and the West Side Story remake.
Oh yeah, the West Side Story one. Yeah, that was probably the last thing I saw.
Yeah, I didn't see. And then like a lot of his like more actiony stuff hasn't really been hitting. Like Adventures of Tintin was fine. War Horse was fine. BFG I didn't see. Ready Player One. Yeah, Ready Player One was probably the last movie I saw with him.
Yeah.
And that wasn't very good. I did want to see The Fabelmans because it's supposed to be like kind of biographical.
Yeah.
But apparently it was like less about his love for film and more about like his dad getting cucked by Seth Rogen. And I'm like, well, that actually sounds pretty terrible. But then I was like, you know what? David Lynch is in it. I'll see it just for David Lynch. And then they just put his scene out. I'm like, I'm just going to watch this scene.
Yeah.
And I went, amazing. I don't
solved.
need the rest of the movie. I should check out The Fabelmans. I heard it was okay.
I also heard it was really good.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess once in a while he'll try to do something to like recapture the magic. And this just didn't land for anyone really. Yeah, I couldn't get into it. And you know what I realized? I've never seen a good CGI deer or elk or moose. There are so many movies with CGI deer, and I've never seen a good one.
Well, that's why the 1995 classic Tommy Boy used a real deer in that scene. So,
but I'm thinking, like, I remember The Ring 2 being like, oh, this is rough. And then I'm looking at the deer in this movie. I'm like, this is also rough.
Yeah,
how are
it's
they
pretty
still
bad.
Getting bad? So yeah, I'd say check it out when it hits streaming.
That's what I would say too. It was decent enough to where I think it's a fine streaming movie.
Yeah. Yeah, Emily Blunt was really good. There's some exciting chases. There's like that whole train sequence. But yeah, it's not gonna change your life. And if you want to know about UFOs, you can literally just go to the government's website and just read so many about it. A lot of it is like, saw a thing in the sky.
Cool.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is. Isn't that weird? Look at that black spot in the sky. What's that?
Weird? Huh.
A lot of shit up there. We don't know these things. But yeah, you know, Spielberg might have let us down, but I know who wasn't gonna let us down. And that's the Wayans brothers.
Let's
We're back,
go.
baby. Scary Movie 6 or Scary Movie 2026. I just reviewed the original Scary Movie. I had Crystal and Johanna were on that one in studio. First time in a while.
Wow.
Yeah, it's about what you would expect. You got some new characters, some old characters returning. They're parodying all the new horror films like Halloween 2018. What was that one with Octavia Spencer? Was it Ma or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're doing Ma, they're doing Get Out, The Substance, and they're hanging out with celebrities like Kai Cenat, the Twitch guy.
Yeah.
that good, and they're doing Twitch streams.
Yeah.
And you know, in the first one, she did a Matrix style fight. In this one, she does a John Wick style fight. And here's a positive, guys. I got a positive here.
Okay.
Let me give you all the positives. In the Terrifier 3 parody scene, my good friend Mike Levy was in the background with what's her face from Sleepaway Camp. And I thought it was pretty cool. I'm like, there's Mike. Now for the negatives, the rest of the movie. This was bad.
Yeah.
I saw this in a pretty packed theater.
Same.
And this was the most like amount of laugh you would hear, right? It would be this. Huh. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The funniest reaction you can get in this movie is, oh yeah.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I get it. Everything fucking fell flat in this one. It ended up just being a bunch of references, but even the gags weren't that funny. Pretty much none of it was funny.
No.
Am I wrong, Joey? How did you feel about Scary Movie 2026?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure after I saw it, I texted you and just said like, "What the fuck" or something. I literally don't even know where to begin. I can't even explain how cringy this is. And here's the thing though, like if I was 30 in 2000 when the first one came out, would I have thought the same thing? I really don't fucking think so. Right. And maybe it's because I'm older and somehow more mature, but wow, this was fucking bad.
I will say in my review, some of the jokes from back then weren't like, and I'm not even being like one of those woke libtards. It's just like a lot of like the gay jokes just weren't as funny as I remember them being as like a teenager.
Okay, that's fair. So
there was that. So even that was funnier than this.
But
that was
funny, like
this.
Even the fucking trans jokes in this movie, they were just so fucking cringy. They weren't even funny.
They didn't go hard enough, to be honest.
They just
they were like, oh, lines will be crossed. I didn't watch it. I'm like, this is pretty fucking tame. I can scroll Twitter for 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like
and funnier, by the way.
Maybe they crossed every line, but they barely got over each line. Like it was. I'll tell you what. The one thing I did almost like was the ending. It's very meta. At this point, and I think at this point, I was like, this movie is so fucking stupid. This is kind of okay. Where it lost me, no shit, was the fucking first scene with the girl in the bar. I was like,
where they're making fun of Scream 6.
Yeah, and how she's
with what's her face? She made a cameo. Oh my god, the girl from the original.
Yeah,
why am I blanking
fucking
on her?
don't know her name.
Why am I blanking on her name? It was like a whole thing in my episode. Who's keep talking? Sorry.
Okay, where she was like screaming about a wet ass pussy, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, is this what the fucking movie's gonna be?
Yeah, you knew that dude, first few minutes.
There.
You knew exactly what you were getting.
It fucking set the stage.
Carmen Electra.
Yeah, she was.
I didn't remember she was in it.
Right, the Good Burger lady. She was the bartender, right?
Yeah,
right. She was the bartender. Yeah, the Good Burger lady. That's all she's known for. All right, right then and there, in the first 3 minutes, I was like, "Oh my fucking god, this is gonna be so bad, isn't it?" And then I will say, I did laugh at the line. Matter of fact, I think it was in the trailer where she was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry. I think all white people are racist." and then I'll tell you another thing I laughed at is when that kid died, when she shot that kid, and then she buried him, and the tombstone said like "random white extra teen" or something like that. That was pretty funny. Other than that, this movie was fucking bad, dude.
It was rough.
Look, there were some like when it was actually trying to parody stuff and like mock like movies, there were some good moments. My favorite was like Scream 5 is kind of the template for this movie.
Yeah.
And
which one was 5?
That was the one with Jenna Ortega, the first
one. Okay,
yeah,
that one. Yeah.
The one where the boyfriend is obviously Ghostface, and this movie makes fun of that. Where the boyfriend is
they say that. They literally say that,
but
like,
they
word
did
for
something
word.
that always cracks me up in the Scream movies, where like Ghostface will get like punched in the face with like a pan. And then you'll see the character in the next scene and he's totally fine. What was it? Scream 3. Sydney grabs Ghostface when she's like on the house set and she throws him out of the house set. He falls onto a table and everything. And then it cuts to a scene where who we learn is Ghostface, Roman, is like having a conversation with Lance Emerson. He's like, yeah, blah, blah. What did he be like? Ow! Ow! Hey, can I lay on the couch for this conversation? Yeah. Oh my God.
That's a
hurts.
good point. That's a very good
point. So
they
do a scene in this where she hits Ghostface like in the head. And then the next scene, she's like, hey, Hunter, you okay? And he's got a big ass bruise on his like, I also did enjoy this, felt very Naked Gun. When he goes to stab her and accidentally stabs like the diagram of a man, but then the face changes.
Oh yeah, it changes. That was funny. I agree. That was another funny thing.
Real quick. Am I the only one noticing this? Mike, is Joey C freezing and getting all robot-y?
No.
I kept losing his audio.
You kept.
What's happening to me?
Chat yeah, I kept losing his audio. That's why I kept logging out and coming back in because he kept just going completely silent.
I didn't notice it until now. Chat, is Joey C's audio robot-y?
No, not me. I've been undefeated in that.
He's good on our end, says the flail.
I will say you two have frozen a couple of times, and I've just gone with it because it only happens every once in a while.
Okay, as long as it's good. Chat, is it good? Or
am I moving? Am I moving?
It's all fine here, they say. Okay. You were fine the whole thing until like just now. Okay, everyone says it's fine. It's probably just on our end. Good. Okay.
Very fine.
Mike, was there anything like really good in this that really stands out to you?
I will say the one that played Anna Faris's daughter did do a really good job at mimicking her. I did like that. Besides that though, it was awful. Like there was like no redeeming qualities for this fucking movie, really. Like the whole thing was, oh, the Waynes, we're taking our franchise back. It's back. And it's like,
I'll tell you another scene I laughed at. All right, I'm not afraid to admit this. When the baby dick scene, that was fucking hilarious.
Call back to the original one.
I giggled.
Yeah. Then they had like the Jermaine Jackson movie trailer, it made no fucking sense. The stuff they put in this movie,
that was what was annoying about like a lot of these movie parody movies. They started just writing jokes based off trailers that were popular. It's like okay, well that's not as fun.
It's gonna be a time capsule. Like in 20 years, if you go back and rewatch it, you're gonna be like, "Fuck, I forgot all about Wednesday." On Netflix or whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the silver lining here.
Yeah. Also, there's weird stuff where like they parody It Follows when he's talking about his mom having sex in the car and it looks like It Follows. And then later on, she's like, I was gonna say it was like It Follows, but that movie's too niche. No one would know. And it's like, but you made an It Follows joke.
Yeah.
You can't say no one know. Like the other one made more sense where she's like, oh, you're like John Wick. I'd say ballerina, but no one saw that shit. I'm like, okay, that one works. Because I think only us on this panel saw that shit.
Yeah, I was going to say we saw it. We definitely saw it. Because I wouldn't have seen it otherwise.
Because you hate women.
You do hate women, Joey.
No. And then like it gets very meta at the end where the Wayans brothers are yelling at the cast for agreeing to do scary movies after they were let go.
Yeah.
Although Anna Faris was she's like, well, I took it because I really wanted to work with Charlie Sheen. I'm like, that's funny. The one with Doofy where he's basically the lady from Final Destination Bloodlines and he's Dewey from Scream 5 where he's like isolated, but it's because he's afraid of COVID.
Yeah.
And I feel like that would have been a funnier joke 2 years ago.
Well, maybe it was written 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well,
you know.
Well, they did a wet ass pussy thing, and I'm like, that's
well, exactly.
No one even remembers that, really. Yeah. So like the whole thing where he's isolated because he's afraid of COVID, like that's funny, but it would have been funnier 2 years ago when people were like ridiculous. I don't think anyone's doing that anymore, as far as I know. But yeah, I just couldn't get into any of this.
It's a shame though, because like I feel like talks of a new scary movie happened for a long time, and it always sucks when like an audience demands like a new or like an older IP to come back.
Yeah.
For like another edition, and then it does come back and it just does the normal thing of flopping. And it sucks because then it fucking hurts the chances of everything else. But then again, like
I think this one did very well. Surprisingly.
No shit.
Hold on. Yeah, 30 million budget, 217 million box.
You know what? I stand corrected. Maybe we're the fucking goofballs here.
But it's kind of a bummer because like Naked Gun was so good.
Yeah.
And it gave me hope that these movies are back. Apparently, Fackham Hall is really good. That's also another parody in the style. But I hear that one's good. But I don't really watch the stuff that it's making fun of, so I haven't seen it yet. And apparently, the new RuPaul movie is like that. The Stop That Train. It's making fun of disaster stuff.
Yeah.
Which I saw the one clip where they're walking around the Oval Office and they keep just piling stuff. Did you see that clip?
No.
Oh man, that's funny. Where she's RuPaul's just like, give it to me straight, and they're like, "There's a disaster about to happen." He goes, "Give it to me gay," and the guy goes,
"Oh, you know what? I have seen that. I have a friend in the cast, so now I have to text them and tell them to give me all the details because now I want to watch it.
I want to see that one. That one looks actually pretty funny.
Here's something I was thinking about the Wayans Brothers movies, though. Like, are we really surprised, or is it really a letdown? Because outside of like the first two Scary movies, what movies have they made that are legitimately good, funny movies that aren't cringy and cheesy, like White Chicks, Little Man, like
which they hint that White Chicks is coming back.
Yeah, like
God.
As a kid, I liked White Chicks. As an adult, it's a fucking awful movie. Do we really need to see another one? No.
Well, remember, they also did they did, or at least Marlon Wayans did Haunted House 1 and 2, and a Haunted House and a Haunted House 2.
You know what? The first one I thought was fucking fun.
The first one was good.
Yeah. I didn't see any of them. They looked rough.
But
that was the problem.
Those really cheesy.
Yeah. Yeah, what is Marlon Wayans is actually in a lot, but what about hold on.
Oh, they did, Don't Be a Menace in South Central while drinking.
That one was great.
Yeah, I fucking love that one.
Wait, Shawn Wayans, has he not acted in a movie since Dance Flick?
I don't think he retired or he's took a big break for a long time.
He was apparently in a television show called Animals in 2016, and it looks like after 2009 I didn't notice he was even gone. Okay. And they didn't bring back the director. Who was who was the
director?
The original
Keenan,
director
right?
was I think Damon Wayans was the original director.
Wasn't it? I think Keenan's one that directs them. I don't think Damon directed them.
Yeah, Keenan, yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right. There's too many Wayans. There's too many Wayans. But yeah, they didn't bring him back. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it.
Unfortunately, I didn't enjoy it. I really wanted to.
Yeah. For every one funny thing, there's 10 cringe things. And I'll never watch it again. I was going to go through all of them, and I don't think I really want to watch any of them.
I watched 2 the other night.
Does that one hold up well at all?
It's about as well as the first one.
2 is the one that I watched the most. I
still got funny parts and stuff.
Yeah, what I do need to do, I mentioned I was going to do it. I have the TV cut of Scary Movie 1.
Oh, no shit.
A lot changed, and I just need to sit and go through it. I just haven't had time to go through it. But yeah, there's the big one, guys. Scary Movie 2026. It wasn't offensive enough. It wasn't funny enough.
Yeah, exactly.
It was kind of just a waste of time. They really tried to ride on the woke is over thing, and they were like,
I know.
We're gonna push all our boundaries. I'm like, it wasn't that funny.
They weren't even funny.
They weren't funny. Guys, let's talk to some patrons here. Let's talk to our lovely patrons. Hello, Lauren.
Hello there.
How are you doing?
I think I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're enjoying your copy of Air Force 2.
Yes, watch my mailbag for my copy of Air Force 2 that I got. You guys remember when Harrison Ford made the very real sequel, Air Force 2?
Oh,
right?
it was all over. It was advertised, and people said it was kind of a rehash of the first one. But I thought it was pretty good. I mean, just pop the movie, and I'm sure something good will play.
by the way, there is a movie called Air Force 2.
Is there?
In 2006, the movie's actually called In Her Line of Fire, but apparently it's also called Air Force 2.
Well, maybe I should send you that one on the next mailbag.
Also, Air Force 2 is the you got to update it. Air Force 2 is the plane that carries the vice president. So you got to put
correct.
You got to put Glenn Close on the cover.
Well, you see that was in my plot description. If you read the caption.
Oh, I didn't realize you did like a full.
The idea is that after all he went through in the first movie, he loses re-election, and then years down the road, fills in as vice president.
Oh my god!
And the same thing happens on the same plane, on a different plane, Air Force 2 this time.
Well, that's great. I'm sure they'll reboot it, and they'll get Harrison Ford stunt double to do a lot of work. What movie would you like to talk about that's on the list?
Well, while we're on the topic of scary movie, I did see that.
Yeah.
I wish you didn't.
Yeah, that's accurate. Yep.
What was the funniest part to you?
Everything that was in the trailer.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
I think one of my biggest issues with this was it was just like they would do a little parody of a movie, but it wasn't like connected to anything. It was just like, okay, all of a sudden the kids are high at a party, and now, or I don't know, they sent out weed in the Halloween candy, and now we're
and then it cuts
weapons.
to the weapons montage.
The only one that actually like kind of worked that was tied into the rest of it was what was it? The Terrifier one, because that was like recalling a previous Christmas or something. That was the only one that actually felt like set up.
I'm sorry, that's how you had to find out that Santa wasn't real.
Yeah, but and I feel like Scary Movie worked best when it was like two or three main movies that it was parodying. And
there was too
much.
One,
it was too much. Yeah, and like not. There wasn't, I can't really, I saw it maybe like 3 weeks ago or something. I can't even think of really anything aside from what was in the trailer that like really stood out.
Sorry, I just remembered one. I did like when they're like, Doofy, you have to have some insight to the killer. You were the killer in the first Scary Movie. And he goes, I was pardoned. I'm like, that's funny. He went to jail.
Yeah, there was a moment or two that I thought was funny, but again, I can't really think of anything. So it's not. It was funny in the moment, but like it wasn't funny.
Remember when they were on Twitch playing video games?
Dude, what was
that anime movie that
you didn't like when
Demon
he got high and had the
Yeah.
K-pop Demon Hunters
K-pop
song?
Demon Hunters, yeah. I was like, okay, we're parodying that now. But then again, Scary Movie 3 did, 8 Mile. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so they've always parodied things that weren't horror, but I think it's probably the second worst of the series. I only saw 5-1, so I can't really.
Dude,
I don't know if I've seen 4 or 5.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
I've never seen 5.
It could also be the 5th best, so depending on how you look at it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, thank you for letting us know your thoughts on Scary Movie, and thank you for being a patron. Thank you for Air Force 2. I love that you put so much work in the cover, then the disc you just put Sharpie. You just wrote Sharpie.
I should give a little explanation. That was an April Fool's joke that was like 6 years ago. But I was like, yeah, I should give this to Tony now. I feel like he would appreciate it.
I have it right next to Ernest Does Dallas. I have that.
Awesome.
Or is it Debbie Does Ernest? I forget what the title is.
Either one, we'll watch it.
Someone was selling a fake tape. It's not a real. There's no movie in it, but it's just Ernest with a bunch of girls. All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you being a patron. Going down the list here. Hello, Kiryu Pilot.
Hey Tony, how you doing?
I'm doing great. What movie did Joey see die?
I saw Masters of the Universe this time.
Okay. What
It
did you think of
was
it?
a film based on an 80s cartoon that felt like an 80s cartoon.
Okay, is that a good thing?
Yes, it was, because it done its job.
Okay.
Yeah, I honestly really liked it. I grew up with the 2000 show on Toonami, I think it was, back in the day. I was really surprised when the cat talked. I'm like, oh wait, he talked in the 80s. Because they didn't have him talking in 2000. He just roared and was a scaredy cat the whole time.
So Masters of the Universe, that was a win.
Oh, most definitely. I thought it was amazing. And everybody who complained about it was just a giant crybaby. And didn't see the movie.
Yeah, they really didn't. It wasn't enough to like. There's plenty of real stuff to complain about. They're still making cringy stuff. That's why when those guys they go after like they just try to manufacture, and it's all tied to big franchises. I'm like, why do you venture out? You'll find cringe woke stuff in other places, but you're afraid to jump out of your sci-fi fantasy world.
Guarantee you, if that commercial didn't show the he/him joke, they would not have complained.
No.
Yeah. No. I agree.
And it would have blew up, and the movie would already announce the sequel.
Also, the demographic
that was the after credit scene.
Yeah, the demographic is like for men like pushing like 50 and 60. So I don't know why they thought it would be that well, that good. But I'm glad you liked Masters of the Universe. Was there anything else you watched on the list, or?
Unfortunately, no. That was the only one.
Well, what based off our reviews,
I had other things I watched that were on the list, but then you took them off.
Oh, sorry. But based off our reviews tonight, what movie will you be checking out?
Honestly,
Mr.
probably
Reset?
the Frank. How do you say that one?
Frankelda.
Frankelda. Yeah. I was confused about that one. I thought it already came out years ago. Then you said it. Oh, it was a show on HBO Max. Like, oh, that makes sense. Why I heard about it like 4 years ago.
I didn't know it was a show. I just saw Guillermo del Toro hyping it up. And then the whole like first in Mexico. And I'm like, all right, I'll watch it because of that. Kier Pilot, what do you got going on recently?
Not really much.
I see you got a nice Godzilla collection behind you there.
Oh, there's more hidden around this area. That's behind the camera, above the camera. A signed poster from James Rolfe.
Oh, nice. I missed him this weekend. I was at too many games. I was editing for them, and I totally missed him.
Yeah, I got the poster from the last one he did at CISOCon.
Oh,
which was the last convention at CISOCon as well.
Oh, nice. But cool. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being a patron. And we will see you next time. Real quick, my internet is like stuttering. I'm gonna reset my VPN. And Mike just disappeared too.
I died too. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
Joey, I'm gonna reset my VPN. If I disappear, can you be entertaining?
Yeah, I can be entertaining. I could do that. I could definitely do that. Is he gone? Oh my god, he's gone and he's frozen. I can read the board chat now. Yes! The power!
Test.
Right. Yep.
Test. I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. He's back. He's good.
I think we're good now.
Yeah.
I think we're good now.
Nobody read the board chat. I tell you.
And Mike is back. Mike is back. Hello, Mike.
Right.
I'm back. I just reset my VPN because my internet was all weird.
Okay.
Good.
All right. I was gonna go to Whipped Cream Willie next, but I'm just seeing a ceiling. Oh no, he's there.
Oh.
Hello, Whipped Cream Willie. By the way, I did get your cameo request. I will film it in case you were wondering. But I did get it. Whipped Cream Willie, what did you see on the list that you want to talk about?
I saw all the theatrical ones, but
okay, which one are you most excited to talk about?
I figured the only one I really liked was the Masters of the Universe one.
Okay, were you a fan of Masters of the Universe?
Well, the movie, I don't really know much about the show or anything.
Okay, So the movie was a win for you. What did you like about the movie, Whipped Cream Willie?
Yeah, hard to say.
That's the movie I want to talk about most is Masters of the Universe.
I
What
like
did you
this
like about
movie.
it? Hard to say. Hard to say.
It's hard to tell what I liked about it.
But there's
If this is the
but
movie
there's
you
one
liked, I
who.
can't wait to hear what you say about the movie you hated.
But I can say the new Jackass was better than the last scary movie.
I can believe that. I can believe that.
I
I heard it was like mostly like a clip show. Is that exactly?
it was like 40%.
Yeah,
it was like a mixture.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I didn't watch. I didn't
liked
watch
it.
the last two. I'm
Oh,
definitely
it
not
was
going to watch
awesome.
a clip show.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
And don't stop the train. Stop that train ain't that great either. It's like a really bad version of Airplane.
Oh, it's not that good. I heard mixed things.
It's a decent song. Some stuff in it.
Okay. So He-Man's a win. Jackass is a win. Stop That Train, not a win. Scary Movie, bad. What about Disclosure Day?
I didn't really like that one too much.
There we go.
It seems to have drug out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right. Well, thank you, Whipped Cream Willie. I will get to doing your cameo soon.
Well, I could probably plug another movie I saw this month.
What did you think?
Girls Like Girls.
How was that?
It was a decent coming of age movie.
I think I saw the director was like, I did this because there's not enough like stories about lesbians. I'm like, there isn't? There's like one in every show and movie now. What do you, like, this is like the worst time to pull that card. Okay. But okay, so everyone should check those out. Well, thank you. It's getting late, so we got to go down the line here.
Yeah.
We'll see you later, Whipped Cream Willie. Guy always calls in from work, I think.
Yeah, what is he doing?
I think he works somewhere and he walks around the whole episode just listening to us.
Does he? Yeah, okay. You know what? That's fair.
Next up, Vincent. Hello, Vincent.
Hey, everybody. Great to be on again.
Hello.
Nice.
What movie do you want to talk about?
Well, since you don't know Toy Story 5, I guess it'll have to be Masters of the Universe 2026.
Well, actually, real quick about Toy Story 5. I didn't see it with the twins, but I called them, and I didn't see Toy Story 4 also. I got out of seeing it. And I asked them, like, what was the movie about? And they just said the name Jesse over and over again. And I went, oh, that sounds terrible. So anyway, Masters of the Universe. What did you think of it?
Well, it is about Jessie. The focus is on her. Anywho,
That sounds terrible, but keep going.
Masters of the Universe 2026. Masters of the Universe 2026. I enjoyed it. I thought it worked fairly well. I would say the flaw in the film is that like they maybe like they don't spend too much time on Earth, but the problem is like I haven't seen the cartoon, so I don't know like what his personality is like in the cartoon. So like him like not really falling into the heat. I realize this is a movie about him like coming into being He-Man.
Yeah.
At the same time, I just kind of feel like because he's not really like He-Man, he's still the Adam that we learned.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, you got to get a little closer to your mic. Your mic is like dipping out.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I think because he's most of the movie, he's kind of like the Adam who still kind of needs to mature, who still needs to like fall into that role. That like it is kind of hard to be able to like envision to like enjoy the movie because of that. Because a lot of that is built off of him like having to reacclimate into that world and into that role that he knows he has to be.
Which I like that it's like a reverse of the original movie where they start in Eternia and go to Earth. I like that they kind of start it on Earth and then go to Eternia. I like that kind of contrast there.
I mean, yeah, the 1987 film, which I also watched recently for the first time, that does like basically take the approach of trying to just introduce get to the world and then just like kind of throw you in and then also just spend a lot of time on Earth. And that does work to that movie's detriment.
But what did you think of Jared Leto as Skeletor? He seems to be the standout.
I mean, to a degree, he might have not even he might as well have not even been Skeletor, considering like they hide his face and his voice, and yet somehow that still hurt the box office as badly as it did.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why they kept putting him in things. Like, just stop putting him in big things. People need a break from Jared Leto.
I think because he still booked a bunch of stuff before, like, he started to become persona non grata. So then, like, this may be very well be the thing that, like, guarantees he doesn't get any more work. He's good for what he does. He definitely, like, looks and feels like Skeletor based on what I know of Skeletor. So,
no, I thought he was good. I mean, I don't know why after Haunted Mansion, where he played a skeleton and that bombed, they were like, you know what we need? We need him to play a different skeleton. That's what we need. But yeah, I like that we got 2 skeleton face bad guys this year, Shao Kahn and Skeletor.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. They should face off.
That would actually be a fun experience.
Yeah, it would. It'd be sick.
Well, thank you for calling in. Thank you for being a patron.
Yeah, thank you.
Shout out to your cousin, by the way.
Yeah. Also, my family's on vacation this week. I've been recovering from a cold, and today's my brother's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Vincent's brother. All right, man. I'm gonna let you go now. We got to do super chat.
Thank you, y'all. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Have a good one, brother.
Let's
What a
go
sweetheart.
through these. Okay, where were we? Oh, here we go. Correction, LKP guy. Yes, he is in the chat.
Nice.
The Flail for $2. My 8-hour-old deli chicken strip tastes like tuna.
Flail, you should get that checked out, bud.
Yeah, you really should. Don't eat that. The
You
Thrill
already
for
did.
$5 says, I too am excited for the Highlander remake and the inevitable Hack the Movies review. FYI, this is a thanks for reviewing the original film. Yes, it took us a while
Nice.
to do that.
Nice.
And I'm excited to get back to that franchise. And oh, there we go. Pico Jet Black for $5. Panel, how do you feel about the rumors, which remember, they aren't rumors, they're just what he says, that Tony spreads about himself online, that he's rich, famous, and doesn't have a skin condition down there?
Huh.
How do you feel about those rumors, guys?
Yeah, they're fake. Totally fake. Big fake. I've seen his bank account. I've seen his Tinder account, and I've seen his skin condition.
Pico Jet Black for $5 again. Did you know that Tony loves America so much he's going to start wearing a red, white, and blue underwear with a cowboy hat, singing patriotic songs?
Huh.
I mean, that seems actually on brand for me.
Yeah, okay.
Dude abides for $5. I fucked up my earlier message because I'm using Google's voice to text, stealing company time, watching Heck the Movies.
Heck the Movies. I love Heck the Movies. That's nice. And it probably like censored it automatically. That's hilarious.
Well, yeah, it did the censor where it adds the asterisk.
That's awesome.
The Flail for $2. Tony spreads himself online. Why
on onlyfans.com/hack the movies, folks.
No, I haven't updated in a while. They told me they're pausing my account.
Oh, never mind. Don't.
I'll get back to it. I gained too much weight. I'm trying to get back in shape first.
Get to spreading, Tony.
I will spread again.
Get to spreading, my friend.
Blood is bad for $5. I know I said Masters of the Universe jokes started ruining it, but at least the jokes were funnier than Scary Movie. Also, review Seven Psychopaths, please. You know what? Seven Psychopaths was one of those movies I saw the trailer for, and I'm like, that looks great. Never got around to watching it.
Yeah,
Never seen it either.
Never seen it.
Brent and Chevin for $2 Australian. Less people using Windows and Adobe, the better. Okay, I'm sorry.
I agree.
Pico Jet Black for $2. Please review the Captain America movies. Well, I would love to review the 90s one, which was supposed to be a theatrical film, and then they shat it out on video. But if you want me to talk about Captain America, last year we reviewed Captain America Brand New Day or Brave New Day or oh no, it was Brave New World. I forgot the Spider-Man coming up is called Brand New Day.
I'm getting all fucked up here.
I said Brave New Day. But yeah, we did Black Captain America. That's the best one. Everyone
The only Captain America.
Langweeder LMFT for $4.99. Masters of the Universe had a badass soundtrack. They got Guitar God Brian May. They did.
Yeah. I agree. It did have a badass soundtrack.
The Flail for $2. My tummy feels funny. You really should get help.
Yeah, you should. You ate that sub. You shouldn't have.
Tuna's
fucked up.
Oh, there he is again. Whipped Cream Willie for $5. It's one of those things where work 2 jobs at the hospital. So the second one is a set your own schedule job. Oh, Crystal got a cameo request too. Oh, I guess he asked Crystal's cameo.
Huh.
All right, get your super chats in. Any remaining super chats? Joey C, what do you got coming up? What do you released something today? San Andreas.
Yes,
thing, right?
I did. I explored a town that you may not have visited in GTA San Andreas, and before that, I went through the entire back rooms and tracked down the bathrooms.
Yes,
so if you are in the back rooms and you gotta pee or do whatever, I found the bathrooms in the back rooms for you. So keep your eye out for more bathrooms and restaurant reviews. We're gonna do a live one again soon. So
I'm glad you said pee because the stalls wouldn't open in the back room.
That is true. So I'm not sure how, but they do have urinals. They have very nice golden urinals. So I appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And when I when I get a new computer, maybe we'll play together again.
Oh, we definitely will. I played through the entire Escape the Backrooms on Twitch, twitch.tv/officialjoeyc. And then I played Backrooms Escape together, and they were both scary as fuck. And I've put out 2 highlight shorts of all my screams. Very scary games.
I want to play the one I bought for that night that I was supposed to do was the Lost Tape. But it was Unreal Engine 5 and my computer couldn't run it at all. It was jittering the whole time, and I'm like, all right, this isn't gonna work.
Luckily, both of them that I have, Escape the Backrooms and Backrooms Escape together, they both are cross-platform, and I have them on Xbox, so we can play them.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that when you get a new PC. That'll be a fun stream. So look out for that live stream.
All right, that's gonna be a good time. Mike, where can we follow you?
Bearded Outlaw on everything.
Yeah,
but I think Bearded Outlaw 37 on everything actually.
Yeah, that's correct. That is correct.
And I should say it here. There's probably not gonna be a July wrap up because we are all very busy. So the plan right now is to do a July-August wrap up in the beginning of September. We will keep doing live episodes. I'm sure we're going to do a bunch of Boys Month live episodes. I'm already planning live episodes for this month. But when it comes to wrap ups, there's some like really big ones, and I want everyone to have time to watch them. Like we're getting an Evil Dead and Spider-Man this month, but we're all doing a million things, and it's the summer. So I thought the safest bet was to just do it in September. We'll do like a summer wrap up. But again, we'll still be doing live stuff here and there. I just thought that made the most sense. Unless there's like a movie unless Spider-Man is so amazing, I need to do an emergency live episode.
That's true. And get your tickets for me and Tony live in Rochester, New York, July 19th at 7 p.m. Photo City Music Hall.
I'm going to post a link to those right now.
Yes.
Guys, we got outfits for this.
We do.
You saw me and Joey's outfit on our socials. Kaylee is going to be posting a video with her cami outfit, which she's very excited for the world to see. And we got to start thinking of some jokes and stuff.
I'll figure.
Originally, we were going to have it where like the movie would pause and we would like do a few skits, but I think we're going to also do that, but then also just like make jokes throughout.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have some audience interaction. We might get some people to redo some of the most famous scenes in the movie.
It'll be a good one.
Let me find my link to where you can buy the tickets.
Right on your Twitter. I think you tweeted it.
I'm on Patreon. I know it's on Patreon too.
Okay, let's see if I can find it faster. Let's see. When was that?
I have too many technical difficulties to try to open another page.
Yeah, don't even fucking try.
I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna just relax.
Found it.
Send it to me. Send it to me in the private chat.
Oh, okay. Private chat. There we go. Right there.
Because if I paste it from my account, it won't. YouTube. You know how YouTube will sometimes hide links.
Ah, yes, that's true. Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true.
Comes from me. It should be fine. That is where you can get the tickets.
Cool.
And I can't wait to see you guys. Did we get another one? We did. Language for $5. It's cool that Masters of the Universe was released during Pride Month. Skeletor is a classic gay icon.
That's right. Dressed up as him for Pride.
That's cool. I totally forgot it was Pride Month. I was all in on Black Music Month. I'm sure you all watched my Black Music episode, The Wiz with Manny, right?
Yes, of course. You could tell by the analytics. That's
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Joey, you called into that episode.
Yeah, dude, I was live streaming and like 4 people in my chat were like, Tony wants you to call him. I'm like, what?
Everyone just kept calling into that episode to interrupt it.
So I go, oh, Tony, is everything okay?
Like, God damn it, another
like
one.
A confused friend.
All right, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you all for watching. And I hope you have a great 4th of July.
Oh, yeah. Happy
Also, I
4th.
hope you all had a great Father's Day, or at least better than the lady who strangled me at the bar. We forgot to mention that.
We forgot. How did we forget to mention that?
Yeah, on Father's Day, there was a very sad lady going around groping people at the bar, and then I put my head down on my phone, and I felt an arm around me, and that was the whole thing.
You were like, lady, get off me. Lady, get off
I recorded because I thought a fight was going to break out because she wouldn't let go and she was pulling my seat back. I'm like, lady, you got to get off me.
Holy shit. I can't believe we forgot to mention that. Oh my God.
And then to make that joke at the top of the episode, do a happy Father's Day and mention that lady who choked me. God damn, that was I was like afraid I went back there the other day and I was like afraid that they were going to, I had never seen them before. Hopefully they're not regulars because that was rough.
Not. Yeah.
But yeah.
Whew,
all right.
video.
Forgive your fathers. All right. Goodbye.
That's right.